What you playing?
I'm not telling.
Is it one of those games where you can make money while you're playing the game?
If you're actually good at it.
If you're good at it. Otherwise, it's just a game.
Yeah. Or we
So-
lose money.
Can I show you something that might make us some money next week?
Oh, yeah. That'd be cool.
This is something that, well, in fact, we'll show everybody. We'll come back. I've got something that I want to show you and you guys that I think is going to help me next week on Kentucky Lake and might just help you the next time you go out on your lake to go fishing. Be right back, guys. Welcome back to MFO, everybody. I'm Mark Fisher.
And I'm Megan Fuller.
So this is the app that I was showing you about. This is the Deep Dive app.
All right.
And I heard about it when I was at the Classic, and I got it. And this is the homepage. Now, I've already typed in Kentucky Lake, and so that I've gotten this here. But you can go, you can see that, you know, you can go to different lakes and pick out, you know, I could pick out Bangs Lake, which is, you know, where we go and eat dinner and things like that. But so I've got Kentucky Lake. And then there's a lot of things, like the first thing that it shows, because Kentucky Lake has a dam, so it's showing me the current, the flow. Okay. So I know what current is going through there. This is a very interesting component of it. It shows where the wind is, which way the wind is blowing, and which banks have, you know, are wind blown. And obviously we know that that would be an important place in terms of fish location.
Okay.
I also think that the cool thing here is that you can slide this to see, like, this is what it was like at 10 o'clock this morning, and now here's where it is now, and then what it's expected to do later on. So on the day that I'm out there fishing, I can kind of see, you know, what the wind is expected to do. This is another thing that I think is, it gives you a water clarity.
Oh,
so again, this is, yeah, absolutely. Especially, you know, it's going to be like, this is an area right here where the water is much cleaner. So if I'm looking for bedded fish, that might be an area to look at, you know, in terms of being able to sight fish a lot better than, and this isn't terrible. This is stained water, but you can see that in the back of some of these coves, it's a little clearer than it is out on the main lake and things like that. So water clarity is another one that's kind of important. And you can see that there's like a whole section there where the water clarity is a lot cleaner on that east side of the lake. Again, it gives you how much did it change over the last 30 days period. Okay. This I think is cool also. It's water intake, inflows. So where is the water coming in from? So, and I found one that I thought was particularly interesting, if I can find it. Oh. Yeah, right here. So these are areas that I had done some research earlier and gotten some locations and had talked with somebody when the lake was still, when it was still okay for me to get information, and somebody had said, oh, I caught fish right in that area, and I was trying to, you know, kind of pinpoint him a little bit in terms of why he thought he was catching fish there, and he didn't know. And then I realized that a couple of the places that he told me he was catching fish is right where that there's a a creek that comes down and flows water into that, and you can see that based on the chart here, that's a pretty high, that's purple, whereas some of the other intakes are, more in the blue, where it's not quite as much flow coming in.
Okay.
And it's interesting that the spots that he had told me about all had higher flows. This deep dive, I mean, and it goes on and on. I'm not gonna really use it but it gives you ideas about what baits to use and things like that.
Oh wow.
It even, if there's information, it even gives you best areas and tournament patterns. They have taken, for lakes that have it, tournament patterns at the time. Like right now, there isn't a tournament pattern that happened at this particular time, of year and things like that. But had there been a tournament in that location that this app had, it would give you those tournament patterns. I really think
Wow.
that it's just a pretty cool app to have. This is like I said, it's the Deep Dive app, and you can you can go through and it can tell you about the baits. There's a whole thing that gives you weather, temperature, solar lunar tables, the wind direction, pressure, chance of rain. And again, you can scroll through it. So, okay, I'm going to be fishing on Monday. So that's what chance of rain on Monday for first day of practice, 2%. And winds just 7 miles an hour, not bad. Things like that. Okay. And so you can scroll through and get those predictions on the days that you're going to be there and the days that you're going to be fishing on it. I think this is a pretty cool kind of handy tool to have. And again, the biggest thing about it is these are lakes that are all across the country. I mean, you can go anywhere and there's Lake of the Ozarks, boom. And now you can find that information on Lake of the Ozarks.
So Mark, while you're showing us all this, let me take a minute and just say, please don't forget to subscribe to our channel. If you can subscribe to apps, you can subscribe to Mark Fisher Outdoors. Let us know what you think about this, and don't forget to push that like button, please. Thanks.
So guys, if you're interested, I'll put a link to the Deep Dive app in the description part, and you go to the App Store. I think it's like $9 for a subscription, but I really think that this is going to be something that I will be going to. I guarantee it's something that I'm going to be looking at the night before I go fishing, but I bet I'd even be looking at it while I'm on the water.
While you're fishing,
yeah, and just kind of checking out, hey, where are those inlets, or what's the wind direction, water clarity, and things like that. Because you can be in a pocket and not know that just go a little bit further in and the water's going to get a lot clearer, or one pocket over the water's a lot clearer, and things like this. And so this lets you kind of look at the entire lake, even, without having to drive around and get
right. Yeah.
Guys, we hope you have a good weekend. We appreciate you tuning in. We will talk to you again on Monday for another episode of Mark Fisher Outdoors. Take care, everybody.
Stay channeled.